Multiple holiday violent incidents. The first, a tragic New Year's Eve double shooting in Belize claims the lives of two young men in Pomona Village. In the south, cops are investigating a late-night shooting that left one man dead and six injured. And over the Mexican side, an Orange Joaquino falls victim to a violent armed robbery. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for January 2nd, 2026.
Still like one dream because I say at the age of 63, I can say I own my own house. I can honestly say, and it get me weak. Before this, I was living on the mobile home, right? And then after a while, it started to go in and start to lock up and things.
1, 2, 3.
Actually, I may give up. I used to cry and like time I said, Lord, please. And there comes Miss Mar. I always say, if you're not serious about something, don't pray for it. Don't pray about it. And I ask my God, please lead the Good Samaritan to me.
The housing program of the government of Belize, which is administered through the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, is definitely, without question, one of the best programs our government has to offer, providing an opportunity for Belizeans who are in need to own their own home. And so I'm very, very happy for Ms. Beverly Harris and her family. She has been asking for support and help with her home for a long time. And I'm very, very glad that with the kind support of the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, that we were able to get this done for her.
I'm thankful. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it 20. I love it. I love it.
Good evening. With your newscast, also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7, I am Jaden Games. As Belize welcomed the new year, police are investigating a deadly shooting that claimed the lives of two young men in Pomona Village, the Stan Creek district, just hours before the end of 2025. The victims have been identified as 22-year-old Luke Chavaria and 23-year-old Zion Samuels. Police say that the fatal shooting occurred at approximately 11 p.m. on New Year's Eve, while the men were socializing at a residence in the village. The injured men were transported to the Southern Regional Hospital, where they later succumbed to their injuries and were pronounced dead. Initial investigations indicate that the victims were shot by individuals traveling on a motorcycle. Police processed the scene and recovered approximately 12 expended shells.
Death of 23. Police are investigating the shooting death of 23-year-old Zion Samuels, a Belizean laborer of Pomona Village, and 22-year-old Yuri Chevaria, an unemployed Belizean of the said village. The investigation commenced on Wednesday, 31st December at approximately 11:15 p.m. when officers were advised that a shooting occurred at a residence in Pomona Village and that two injured persons were rushed to the Southern Regional Hospital for treatment. The scene was established and it was processed, and the investigators proceeded to the hospital where they learned that those male persons succumbed to the injuries that they sustained sometime around 11:30 p.m. What the investigation has disclosed so far is that Chevaria and Samuels were a part of a group of 6 persons that were socializing in the yard of that property when a lone gunman entered and fired several shots, which resulted in the untimely demise of these male persons.
Have police been able to determine a motive in this incident? Was it a random act? Is there an incident that preceded what occurred?
No motive has been established. However, we do know that the property where the incident occurred is one that police have launched several operations in relation to drugs.
Police say investigations into the double murder are ongoing and are urging anyone with information that may assist the investigation to come forward. Police are investigating a late-night shooting in Mango Creek in the south that has left one man dead and 6 others injured, following an attack outside a bar near the Michael Ashcroft Stadium on New Year's Eve. According to initial reports, the incident occurred while several individuals were socializing at Timmy's bar when gunmen arrived on motorcycles and opened fire, spraying the area in front of the establishment with gunshots. The attackers reportedly fled the scene on motorcycles in the direction of Bella Vista Village, Toledo District. Emergency services and police responded swiftly. 3 of the injured men were transported by police for medical treatment, while others received initial care at the scene before being taken to the hospital. Investigators later processed the area and recovered approximately 16 expended shell castings. Police have confirmed that 39-year-old Keith Logan, who was believed to be the intended target, succumbed to his injuries at the Carl Huchner Memorial Hospital in Belize City. Police have confirmed that one suspect is currently in custody as investigations continue. Authorities say they are working to determine the motive behind the shooting and identify any additional suspects.
Investigating a shooting incident that resulted in the death of 1 person and the shooting injury of 6. The investigation commenced at around 9:36 p.m. on Wednesday, 31st December 2025, when the officers were alerted to the sounds of shots being fired. They were guided to the scene of that incident by the 911 operator, which was learned to be at a Chinese restaurant opposite the Michael Ashcroft Stadium in Independence. The response of police in this incident, including mobilizing operational and investigative teams with the objective of ferrying the injured persons to the hospital while simultaneously securing the scene and launching intelligence-driven operation with a view to apprehending the suspect. What the investigators have gathered so far in this ongoing investigation is that the culprit arrived on a motorcycle and fired several shots at a person whom we believe to have been the intended target. When that target ran off, the male person continued firing shots at him, which resulted in the injury of the other persons in that area. This shooting resulted in the injury of 6 persons as stated, namely Carol Cadle, Marian Logan, Marlon Logan, Robert Brockley, Rommel Milton, and Rupert Jones. And the shooting injury of Mr. Keith Logan, who subsequently succumbed to the injuries that he sustained at around 10 o'clock a.m. on 1st January 2026. Police have secured several pieces of items that are of evidential value and are seeking 2 persons in relation to this ongoing investigation. The department takes this opportunity to remind the general public that it is an offense to harbor or conceal wanted persons.
While preliminary, unconfirmed information suggests the incident may be drug-related, potentially involving individuals from nearby Bella Vista Village, police emphasize that investigations are ongoing. Officers are also examining whether the attack may be connected to a recent shooting death in Bella Vista over the Christmas weekend.
Police department remains resolute in its fight against drugs. I know oftentimes when police officers make arrests for drug-related offenses, the comments that I see in the general public or in discourse of many persons is that, oh, it is just a drug arrest, it is just a drug arrest. And they don't understand that drugs are the impetus behind a lot of these incidents. So I would hope that persons are not as flippant when it comes to identifying persons who sell drugs within their community and relaying that information to police, because the sickness of the selling and the usage of drugs is something that goes very far. And as I indicated on that occasion, the driver, as you would have mentioned, appears to be drug related in that community. And the department is responding, and it has put several operational efforts into place. And this most recent investigation, progress is being made, and we are of the view that an arrest will be made.
Police are urging anyone with information that could assist the investigation to come forward. One of several violent incidents reported over the festive holiday period, a New Year's Eve shooting in Belize City has claimed the life of a 45-year-old man and left his niece injured. The incident occurred on Wednesday evening at the corner of Carl Road and Fabers Road. Police say 45-year-old Ian Arthurs was driving a white Ford F-150 pickup, and upon reaching the intersection between Carl Road and Fabers Road, an unidentified assailant on a motorcycle approached and opened fire on the driver's side of the vehicle, fatally wounding Arthurs and injuring his passenger, who was identified as Charlene Butler. Police have since detained one person in connection with the incident as investigations continue.
Police are investigating a shooting incident that resulted in the death of 45-year-old Ian Arthurs and the injury of 26-year-old Charlene Butler. The investigation commenced on Wednesday, 31st December 2025 at approximately 6:20 p.m. when officers were on patrol were alerted to the sounds of shots being fired. The officers were advised as to where the exact incident took place, and it was established to be at the corner of Corral Road and Fabers Road, Belize City. The scene was processed by scenes of crime technicians, and investigators proceeded to the Carl Hushner Memorial Hospital, where they learned that Miss Butler was injured and Mr. Arthurs succumbed to the injury that he sustained in that incident. What the investigation has disclosed so far is that Arthurs was driving a pickup truck when, upon reaching the corner of Corral Road and Fabers Road, that truck was fired upon by a male person who was on board a motorcycle, resulted in the injury of Miss Butler and the demise of Mr. Arthurs. Police investigation continues.
Authorities note that this shooting is among several violent incidents recorded nationwide during the Christmas and New Year's holidays, prompting renewed concern over gun violence. Police are urging members of the public to share any information that may assist ongoing investigations.
It is because of the area where it occurred, as well as the fact that, as you stated, it is a vehicle that is tied to a gang that operates in that area. I will also say that Mr. Arthurs is currently, well, at the time of his demise, was before the court, had a matter before the court in related to being a member of a gang, and he has also been convicted in the past for possession of prohibited firearm.
A Belizean citizen was the victim of a violent armed robbery on the night of December 30th while driving on Boulevard Bahia, on the stretch connecting the state capital with the community of Calderitas in Quintana Roo, Mexico. According to the official report, the incident occurred at approximately 8 p.m. The victim, a 45-year-old man from Orange Walk, Belize, recounted that after dropping off some passengers in the restaurant area of Calderitas, he began his return trip toward Chetomal. Upon reaching the curves, just past the welcome sign to the town, a white vehicle abruptly cut him off, forcing him to stop. Two men wearing black jackets and blue jeans got out of the car. The assailants, who were carrying long guns, violently threatened him and demanded his belongings. During the assault, the man was robbed of his wallet containing personal documents and $800 Belizean in cash. After accomplishing their objective, the assailants got back into their vehicle and fled toward the town of Calderitas. Minutes after the robbery, the victim managed to locate a police unit that was conducting an operation in the area. The officers provided him with initial assistance and escorted him to the facilities in the State Attorney General's office, FGE. Authorities have launched an investigation to locate those responsible. Coming up next, Orange Waqueño found in possession of a large quantity of drugs. Stay tuned.
Still like one dream, because I say at the age of 63, I can say I own my own house. I can honestly say, and it get me weak. Before this, I was living on the mobile home, right? And then after a while, it started to go in and start to lock up and things.
1, 2, 3.
Actually, I may give up. I used to cry and night time. I said, Lord, please. And there comes Miss Mara. They always say, if you're not serious about something, don't pray for it. Don't pray about it. And I ask my God, please lead the Good Samaritan to me.
The housing program of the government of Belize, which is administered through the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, is definitely, without question, one of the best programs our government has to offer, providing an opportunity for Belizeans who are in need to own their own home. And so I'm very, very happy for Ms. Beverly Harris and her family. She has been asking for support and help with her home for a long time. And I'm very, very glad that with the kind support of the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, that we were able to get this done for her.
I'm thankful. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give 20. I love it. I love it.
Police have arrested and charged one man in connection with the possession of illegal drugs following an operation conducted by the Anti-Narcotics Unit in the Orange Walk District. According to police, officers executed a search at the residence of Henry Kawich, a resident of Trinidad Village, here in the Orange Walk District, where they reportedly discovered a large quantity of cocaine. Following the seizure, Kawich was taken into custody and has since been formally charged with possession of a controlled drug with intent to sell. Police say the drug has been secured as evidence and investigations into the matter continue.
Wednesday, 31st December at approximately 9:40 p.m., officers attached to the Anti-Narcotics Unit with the aid of K9 personnel executed a search warrant at the residence of Henry Kawich, located in Trinidad Village in Orange Walk District. The search, which was conducted in the presence of Kawich, resulted in the discovery of a plastic bottle which contained 7 transparent bags, each containing several parcels of what is believed to be cocaine. As a consequence of this discovery, police formally arrested and charged Henry William Kawich, a 36-year-old Belizean electrician of Trinidad Village, for the offense of possession of controlled drugs with intent to supply to it 21 grams of cocaine.
Authorities continue to urge the public to remain vigilant and to report any suspicious activity related to drug trafficking within their communities. Authorities are still probing an armed incident in San Jose Village that left a female resident injured. Initial reports indicated that personnel from the trial farm were dispatched to the area following reports of a disturbance involving firearms. Upon arriving at the scene, law enforcement discovered that two men wearing masks had allegedly entered a residence while the homeowner was present inside. During the confrontation, the woman attempted to seize a firearm that one of the suspects was holding. A scuffle ensued, resulting in her being pushed to the ground and sustaining injuries. Further investigation revealed that the homeowner's residence had been looted. The injured woman was subsequently taken to a medical facility after being issued a medical legal form. At the time of the police response, no suspects had been apprehended. The two men reportedly fled the scene before officers arrived. Now, the crime scene investigators arrived shortly thereafter to examine the area, and police continue to work on identifying and apprehending those responsible for the incident. In a bid to recapture a man who managed to evade law enforcement, the Orange Walk Police Department is reaching out to the public for assistance in locating Juan Soto, a 37-year-old individual with a history of illicit activities. Soto is currently at large, having allegedly escaped from lawful custody on December 16, 2025. The incident is under investigation by the Orange Walk Police, who are working tirelessly to apprehend the fugitive. According to a detailed description provided by the authorities, Soto stands approximately 5 feet 7 inches tall, with a slim build and light brown complexion. His facial features are characterized by a narrow face and brown eyes. Additionally, Soto is of mestizo descent and was previously known to reside on Savannah Street in Orange Walk Town. The Belize Police Department has issued a wanted person poster in an effort to disseminate information and encourage the public to come forward with any information that may lead to Soto's recapture. If you have any knowledge about Soto's whereabouts or his activities, you are urged to contact the Orange Walk Police Department immediately. As Belize officially ushers into the new year 2026, the chapter on 2025 has closed, prompting reflection on the progress made across communities. In Orange Walk Town, Mayor Lodrick Shepherd is highlighting what he describes as some of the Town Council's most significant accomplishments over the past year. According to the mayor, one of the council's major achievements for 2025 was paving of close to 50 streets across Orange Walk Town, including key areas in Orange Walk Central and Orange Walk East. The extensive roads works, he says, have improved accessibility, traffic flow, and overall quality of life for residents. In addition to road upgrades, the council also focused heavily on improving the town's drainage infrastructure. Mayor Shepherd reported that more than 600 culverts were placed or newly installed throughout Orange Walk, a move aimed at reducing flooding and improving water management during the rainy season.
Working closely with the ministers as well, I know you have seen a lot of progress in Central, working with Honorable John Briseno in Orange Walk Central, also with Honorable Kevin Bernard in Orange Walk East. These are the things that I think the residents were clamoring for infrastructure work, street works, and I think we have done a lot. Also with the street works, we also did a lot with culverts. Over 675 culverts were replaced and changed in the entire town. So those are some of the positive things that I can close my eyes and be happy about, that now we're heading into 2026. I must say that heading into 2026, we will see another amount of great things happening. I know I must say that I give thanks to Honorable John Briseno that he sees the vision and he wants to see this town uplift itself and look good for the residents. You can see the amount of work that we did in the park, especially when it comes to the Christmas time, the 2 playgrounds. We did the one in Central. He did the one in Orange in Union Town area, and that was a great success, I know. So we shared the love amongst the kids for Christmas. I must say that we can tip our hats off for the street works, and it's a lot. I think it's over nearly about 40 streets that we have done in the entire town. That include not only in Central, but also in East. And again, those are what we were focusing on. And then again, with the culverts changing, because not only when it comes to street work, we have to remember the drainage system. Again, our biggest achievement was, like I said, the infrastructure work. I give thanks to the Prime Minister again for his great effort and I know for making sure that we get most of these things done. Because we both work together in the same constituency. Yes, I'm in part of the town, but this is also Orange Walk Central for him. And he sees it fit that he has to get these things done for his residents. So when we go campaign, these are what we are hearing from most of the residents and we're getting it done together.
The mayor noted that these projects were carried out through collaboration with area representatives, emphasizing the importance of joint efforts in delivering meaningful development to residents.
Prepared that in 2026 we can see great success. We mentioned earlier when I go to the morning show with Kami that we are prepared to get 2 garbage compactor trucks that will uplift the garbage problem that we're facing for the past years and years and years since I became mayor in the council since 2021. But again, I keep my head up. I keep happy that the residents are happy with how things are being done by this Orange Walk Town Council, and we continue working closely with them for 2026. We want to make sure that 2026 be better for us, and I'm quite sure that we at the council will do our part to make sure that this town stays clean. That's the thing that I've been beating on over and over. They want to say we want to have a safe and clean town. And especially when it comes to crime, I've seen a lot of things out there, guys. One of my things for 2026, I would advise the residents overall to please get a camera in your yard so that you can be safe when you're going out, and you can also look at your phone because you can connect to your phone so you can see exactly what's happening, because the safety is one of the key things that we want to push for 2026. I can tell you this, that the Prime Minister is also working on getting some serious cameras in the Orange Walk Town, especially some of the outlets. So that's one of the next big things happening. So for 2026, let's try to be safe, continue working with one another. Let's continue to be our brother's keeper. Let's continue making sure that our kids benefit from everything that we do in this entire 2026 for this new year.
Looking ahead to 2026, Mayor Shepherd says he is looking forward to continued work aimed at further improving infrastructure and services in Orange Walk as the Town Council builds on the foundation laid over the past year. There is more news after the break. Stay tuned.
Still like one dream, because I say at the age of 63, I can say I own my own house. I can honestly say, and it get me weak. Before this, I was living on the mobile home, right? And then after a while, it started to go in and start to lock up and things.
1, 2, 3.
Actually, I give up. I used to cry and like time. I said, Lord, please. And there comes Miss Mar. They always say, if you're not serious about something, don't pray for it. Don't pray about it. And I ask my God, please lead the Good Samaritan to me.
The housing program of the government of Belize, which is administered through the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, is definitely, without question, one of the best programs our government has to offer, providing an opportunity for Belizeans who are in need to own their own home. And so I'm very, very happy for Ms. Beverly Harris and her family. She has been asking for support and help with her home for a long time. And I'm very, very glad that with the kind support of the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, that we were able to get this done for her.
I'm thankful. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give 20. I love it. I love it.
Outbound mail from Belize to the United States is set to recommence after a suspension lasting 4 months, a direct result of recent changes in U.S. custom policies. The interruption began in August 2025, following the signing of Executive Order 14324 by President Donald Trump on July 30th. This order abolished the long-standing duty-free de minimis threshold, ending the $800 exemption on low-value goods. Consequently, All packages entering the U.S. now face custom duties and processing fees regardless of their worth. The Belize Postal Service explained that the new regulations prompted a significant overhaul of their operational procedures. Postmaster General Dr. Marsha Price highlighted the shift, noting that traditionally, custom duties are collected by the destination country. This change is unprecedented for postal services, she remarked. We had to wait for the Universal Postal Union to develop a solution that could be implemented globally. Starting January 7th, shipments will resume under the Universal Postal Union's Delivered Duty Paid, the DDP, system. This approach allows duties and taxes to be calculated and paid before the packages leave Belize, streamlining the process for both postal services and customers. Key points for customers to note include: all packages sent to the U.S. will now require custom duties regardless of their value. Duties and fees must be settled before items depart Belize. Customers can check shipping costs online prior to visiting the post office. And a postal staff will be available to assist customers even if they lack internet access. A phased rollout begins on January 5th with the full public launch scheduled for January 7th. The price of liquid petroleum gas will experience an increase of 17 cents, which will come into effect on Monday, January 5th, 2026. The change reflects wholesale volume and retail sale by volume in both urban and rural areas. This means that the wholesale price for LPG will go for $4.30. In urban areas, the retail price will be $1.35 per pound or $5.90 per gallon. Prices in the rural areas will increase to $1.37 per pound or $6 per gallon. According to the Supplies Control Unit, the SCU, in the Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security and Enterprise, the increase of 17 cents per gallon is a result of an increase in the acquisition price of both butane and propane. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Monday, January 5th, here on Ctv3 News and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember to read a text version of the news. You can visit our website at www.ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at Ctv3 News BZ. From all of us here at Ctv3 News, have a safe and blessed weekend. Thank you for watching and listening, and have a splendid night.